Alright y'all, I gotta be real because something did catch my eye in the article yesterday. Something in particular. Now we already made a video going over the entire artifact mod for next season. And in the tweet yesterday, they went over so many new exotic changes, ability changes that will be going down next season. Now restoration did get tagged a little bit. Times 1 resto is literally going down from 40 HP per second in PvE to 35. Very minor. And then times 2 resto is going from 65 HP per second to 50 HP per second. A little bit more of a hit to times 2 resto, but it's still going to be very good as it's a ceiling that cannot be stopped. Now the reason why I'm mentioning the resto changes is because an exotic next season is going to be getting a change that really caught my eye. I've always wanted to like this exotic more in the past, but never really had a real reason spot to use it outside of maybe occasionally putting it on just real quick and then taking it off. And maybe, like, treating it as a hot swap exotic here and there. Maybe difficult runs. However, with next season's change, the Karnstein armlets are going to look to be pretty nasty. Now let me show you why the Karnsteins are going to be a little bit nasty going into next season. The change that they're going to be making to these exotic gauntlets are melee kills are now going to grant you tier 3 cure, which I don't quite know the exact value on tier 3 cure. I think that may be like 80 to 90 HP-ish, something like that maybe. I don't know exactly. But on top of getting your tier 3 cure from melee kills, you're also going to get times 1 resto for 8 seconds. That's pretty cool. And then finishers are going to grant tier 3 cure and times 2 resto for 8 seconds. Now that's pretty nasty. Something else is pretty nasty is the freaking money that you'll be saving whenever you get your games into the DLC over at Instant Gaming. Especially with Black Friday coming up tomorrow, they got some pretty monster deals you may want to check out if you're looking to get any new games or DLC you may want to get for your current games that you already have. Either way, make sure to check out Instant Gaming, top link in the description. So currently, what the Karnsteins do are very simple. They're kind of a relic of the past, as these are red war exotics right here. All they do is give you a large amount of health back, and they continue to restore health afterwards for a short duration. It's not pure resto, but they still give you a little bit of continuous healing after you get a melee kill, which is niche and okay, but there's a reason why you're not seeing them being hella popular and only really getting some usage in some very niche spots in some like challenge runs, maybe some solo flawless dungeon runs. But next season, they're going to be juicy. The restoration nerf is going to be relatively noticeable on tier 1 resto. I mean, it's only 5 HP less than it currently is. And the tier 2 resto could definitely be felt next season. However, it's still times 2 resto at the end of the day. So it's still going to be really good, and it'll easily keep you alive. The other reason why I want to mention this is the fact that what do solar subclasses have that no other subclass have? That's right. Access to Ember of Empyrean. As we know, Ember of Empyrean is one of the best fragments in the entire game, as solar weapon or ability final blows extend the duration of restoration and radiant effects applied to you. So next season, you could literally get a finisher, start off with 8 seconds of times 2 restoration, and just use your solar weapon, maybe something like a sunshot, to just keep it going, which is a lot easier of a loop than running Heat Rise's Phoenix Dive with Sun Bracers that we currently use at the moment to get the times 2 resto going. I'm not saying that loop is hard, but it's a bit more work to get going versus next season where you can literally get times 2 resto just by getting a finisher. Come on, man! On top of that, this also means that you can get times 2 resto consistently on other subclasses, not just solar. So for example, if you're running something like Strand, you could give yourself Weave Walk and times 2 resto via the Karnsteins. I don't know how practical that's going to actually be, but I'm just saying you're going to have that ability. And if you really wanted to be a demon, you could run Void Walker next season, run Feed the Void, and Karnsteins, and you can have Devour and times 2 resto. That's definitely a bit overkill, but the ability to do that is going to be there next season with these new Karnstein changes, which is definitely something worth keeping an eye on, getting times 2 resto on other subclasses consistently.